Hi everyone. This video will review the Week 7 and 7.5 activities for VOIM 220, Office Technology Software 3. Let's take a look at the calendar for both these weeks. Week 7 looks fairly normal. It begins with discussion and reading our lectures and textbook on Sunday. Our primary response is due on Tuesday. Discussion closes on Thursday, and all of our assignments are due before midnight on Saturday. A half is where it gets a little tricky because it overlaps. Our discussion begins on Friday. We also read our lecture. And then by Monday, discussion ends and all of our activities are due before midnight. Please note that all assignments for either Week 7 or 7.5 are due before midnight on Monday. No late submissions are allowed. That's because grades are immediately due after the last day of class. So let's take a look at all of the different assignments due in these 2 weeks. Our class is based on 100 total points, and you'll notice here in weeks 1 through 6, we've only completed about 55 of those points. That leaves 45 points to complete here in these last few days together. Taking a look at the different activities, well, you're quite familiar with discussions, textbook assignments, reflections, and even our SAM assignments. So all those should be rather straightforward. And there's a separate YouTube lecture that covers our portfolio project and the individual reflective paper. That leaves the final exam as the only assignment with which you're not either familiar with or there isn't already another video.
Let's take a closer look at the Week 7.5 final exam. Here are the directions from Angel. Now this assessment consists of 50 multiple choice questions, and each of those is worth 2 points. Now you must complete the exam in its entirety. It is one attempt only, so please be sure that when you click open on this assessment, you are prepared to complete the entire exam, and you will not be able to save and continue. This assessment is not timed, so you are allowed to backtrack so that you can double check your answers. As I mentioned earlier, the deadline is Monday before midnight, and the exam is worth 15% of your overall grade. Now you'll be presented 50 questions out of a test bank that has a total of 125. That means no 2 students will have the same exact exam. And of the 50 questions you're presented, well, they'll all be multiple choice of one of 3 types. The first type is fill in the blank. Then there's another type for in the figure above, and there'll be a multiple choice you can select from. And then there is case-based critical thinking types. And I can't stress enough this part of the directions, that you must be able to complete the exam in its entirety in one sitting or one attempt. So before you click open on that exam, be sure you have enough time, a quiet place to do your work, and a rock-solid internet connection.
If you have any questions at all, please post them up in an appropriate forum in Angel, and I'll get right back to you. Thank you all.